Hi everyone, I'm Scott Schneider. This is Stereo Niche. Well, as promised in celebration of year 1 of the channel, this is a short video about a little bit of hi-fi history. So let's go back to the early 70s and a company that was known as Phase Linear. Probably know that company, run by a guy named Bob Carver. Well, apparently, back in those days, he had a couple of young engineers named Gudgel and Ken Cox. So these guys are, working at the company and, being young guys, they got a little frustrated with, I guess, how long it, took them to make a preamp. So probably with time to, kill on the weekends, they got together and decided they're going to build their own preamp. So they build their preamp and they enjoy it, and then other people find out, and so they said, well, we'll build one for you too. So after 23 iterations of this preamp, one of those makes its way into the offices at Phase Linear apparently, and while it's there, a buyer out of a Canadian audio store sees it while he's visiting the offices there and says, if I had that, I could sell that in my stores. Well, probably right after that, a company called Spectro Acoustics was born with Robin and Ken, and that started a whole new product line of preamps and amplifiers. And so that's what this is. This is a Spectro Acoustics amp. It's called the 202. And this retailed for, I think, $375. And it was rated at a minimum of 100 watts and it clipped at 200 watts. Has these little clipping lights here, as a matter of fact. Had a total harmonic distortion of 0.25%. And they marketed something called modular design, which was a great idea. The idea here was to put all the circuits on individual boards. If something needed to be repaired, you could simply remove that board, repair it, and pop it back in. And the idea was to keep the units at local or regional repair shops rather than having them sent all the way back to their location. So, nice idea. I've seen some pictures of different 202s. I don't know if this was an early model or a late model. I have no idea. But I can tell you it's very well built. It does have a sort of a robust Phase Linear type a build feel to it. This particular unit I found at a garage estate sale a couple of years ago. It was being run by the owner, and the owner apparently had his own retail stores back in the 70s, and this was a line that he sold. So I think these were actually units that were never sold. Has a few scratches here and there, so it's been around. It's got, shows its age a little bit, but I don't think it was ever pre-owned in technical terms. There was another unit there, a much larger unit that was also there, but unfortunately I didn't know the brand name at the time, so I was reluctant to buy it. This unit, I think I ended up picking it up for like $50 or something, which was, pretty small amount for, the power that you get. And I've listened to it briefly. I've tested it a few times. It does work. I do plan on actually doing a recap of it though. And but it sounds great, and very interested in adding it and keeping it in my collection. So if you run across the Spectro Acoustics item, now you know a little bit more about it. So if you want to keep up on videos just like this, make sure you hit subscribe. And now I think I'll let you see some up-close shots and get a real good look at it. So stick around, and got another great video coming out later this week.